Today's Tuesday, November 25th, and this is an end of day review on a position I took this afternoon involving Boeing, ticker symbol BA, and as of today's close, the stock ended the session at $182.44. Overall trading, the stock was up $3.32 per share. So this is the chart layout at the weekly time frame. Each of these red and green candlesticks equals a week's worth of trading. This green candlestick is the current candlestick, which will be ending on November 28th, this Friday. So each of these red and green candlesticks equals a week's worth of trading. And we can see here that I've overlaid a few reasonable support and resistance levels via the blue horizontal line. And we can see that price is literally at the support level of $181.34. So last week, there was a significant sell-off where price was trading at $194 and hit a low of $176. And here, price is still hung up at that support level. Now, as bearish as this pattern appears to be over the past month and a half, I'm speculating this level could hold. We might potentially see price running right back up, possibly retesting $213, possibly by the end of the first quarter. So again, this is a broad review going as far back as 2022. So it appears that this level is valid. So I thought as price is at the support line, that this would be an ideal opportunity to enter a bullish position looking to capitalize on this potential bounce. So with that, switching over to the trade tab, which is this button right here, I didn't actually long common shares of the stock. I went long via option contracts. So right here under the option chain section, there's a flag position pegged to option contracts that will be expiring on December 12th, 17 days away from today. And relative to the closing price of $182, down here in the blue highlight, I selected the $187.50 strike price. And when buying option contracts and bullish, it's on the call side. So essentially what the contract is saying is that on or before the close of December 12th, I'm anticipating Boeing stock price will be at or above $187.50. Now, when I took this trade, Boeing was trading at around $179. So I was fortunate enough to enter the trade prior to its strong finish into today's trading session. So under quantity, I've picked up two of these contracts. Both contracts will expire worthless in 17 days. And my entry price averaged out to $2.07. I'm just going to round it up to $2.17. And with today's rally in the stock price, the option premium ended the session at $2.90. And because of this surge in the stock price, the P&L, the profit and loss side of the ledger, is reflecting a positive balance of $148. And if I click on the timestamp, you can see here that the first contract I picked up was when the premium was quoted at $2.26. And when the trade was going against me, as again, the stock price was below $179, the premium dropped to $207, so I was able to grab a second contract. I was looking to grab a third, but then the market started rallying, and I was not going to go chasing after price. So I'm content with two contracts. So now that I've covered my bullish outlook on Boeing stock price, as well as the current status of this trade, the last thing I want to touch on real quickly is what the cost was for those two contracts. So here in the option chain, there's a 100, as well as in the front of the description, it says 100 right here. So that represents the number of shares each option contract is holding. So the two contracts would be akin to holding 200 shares on the long side. So to get the cost, I need to multiply my entry price of $2.16 and multiply that by the 100 share multiplier. That means one contract, it's actually valued at $216.50, a bit of a premium compared to the current share price. But anyway, it's okay because I'm picking up more shares with the least amount. And here I'm holding two of these contracts. So I'm risking $433 over the next 2 weeks of trading for the prospect of at least now a $5 move to the upside prior to the move to $182 in today's trading session. I was fortunate enough to get into this position here. So now the alternative was to pick up 200 shares. So using the spot price or closing price of $182.44 and having picked up hypothetically 200 shares, the margin risk exposure or the capital requirement would have been over $36,000. Now I thought risking $433 over the next 2 weeks of trading was more efficient rather than locking up $36,000 on this trade. And again, at this point, because there's been a major sell-off over the past month or so, I thought because I'm now counter trading the trend, I did not want to commit more than $500 into this trade. So that is the status of all things. For the purpose of time, I'll pause it here and I'll update accordingly. So, quick update. Today is Monday, December 8th, and the stock market will start trading in less than 2.5 hours from now. So, I thought I'd get a head start. So, Boeing last week ended the week at $201.89. And again, this is at the weekly time frame. Price did hold support here at $181 support line. We have a bounce. So, with a week remaining, I think I'm going to go ahead and close this position up today. What I'll do is I'll switch over to the trade tab. So again, these contracts expires at the end of this week, December 12th. There's 4 days remaining. So down here at the bottom, right here, the P&L is reflecting a positive balance of $2,440. The option premium is quoted at $14.37. My entry price is at $2.16. And importantly, these contracts are designated ITM or in the money. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and place a limit order to close this position out. And even if the stock price runs up to $210, I'm okay with that. I was able to take profits. So what I'll do is I'll switch over to the option chart specific to this trade and place my limit order there. So this is a chart on the option trade. So right here by the ticker, it says BA. So that's the ticker symbol for Boeing. This is involving the December 12th expiration date with the $187.50 strike price. And the contract is on the call side. So this is specific to my trade. And if I open up Active Trader, so right here it says position +2. So this is specific to my trade. So while I'm here, I'm going to place a limit order to close this trade out. I'm looking to see if I can close this out at, let's go for $15. And that would be a gross or net profit of $2,565. So let's see if this order can get filled here. So there's my limit order sitting right here. So if the option premium goes up just a little bit more and breaks above $15, then that should be enough to close this position out. Looking to obtain $2,565. So if this does get filled, if I'm unable to record it, I will provide a trade breakdown at the end of this recording. And I apologize for the sound quality. It sounds like crap. I'm not sure what happened on the settings, but I will see if I can adjust that prior to the next trade review. So more to follow. So another update, the stock market will start trading in about 30 seconds. So I've toggled back to the option chart, but at the hourly time frame. Each of these candlesticks is an hour's worth of trading. I've also walked my limit order a little higher. So it's sitting right here at 1720. for a little over $3,000 take profit. So that's the market bell. Let's see what happens. So I'll pause it again, and okay, so my limit order is sitting at 1720. If or when this does get filled, I'll update again. So another update. My limit order was just gotten filled. I am out of this position. So right here on active trader, position is 0. So if I click on the gear icon, click on show trades, you should see a confirmation bubble. So there's a confirmation bubble showing I sold both contracts at $17.20. And clicking on the timestamp, this was filled at 9:31, about 4 minutes ago. So I'll provide a breakdown at the end, but switching over to the trade tab, the position is flat. So under P&L, it's 0. Under trade price, it's 0. And I am out of this position. So altogether, I believe that was a little over $3,000 in take profit. Again, I'll provide a breakdown at the end. So until the next trade setup, I'll see you.